the title for this article I thought was hilarious. It's BMW M cars might keep getting uglier, but they're not losing their straight sixes and V8s anytime soon.
Good.
So
right.
this is where it fits perfectly. This is like the spooky side of things. Okay, so I'm going to share screens with the front end of this car, and we're going to start dissecting this. Okay, so BMW just announced the BMW M2 performance parts. So this is like performance parts. So if you get like the M2 and then you kit it out with all like the performance parts available from factory, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
What does it look like?
Not terrible.
So
not a BMW.
Yeah,
it's got kidney grills. I like that the grills aren't the height of the car.
Yeah, the front bumper's a little bit sick. Headlights are where they lose me. Like what you said is exactly right. The headlights are not, they don't scream BMW.
Yeah, but there's more to this car that makes me really sad.
Let's see it.
And you guys will find out why. Bro. Don't read the little comments on the side because it kind of spoils some stuff, okay?
Okay.
So the M2 performance part, the thing that they add, if you can see, so the typical M2 doesn't have these little fender things off the side. So the M2 performance, you get this new splitter on the bottom that's got like the little like wings coming off the side, which is like, that's kind of cool.
Look at all the puke comments.
That's what we'll get into it.
Okay.
They add a lot of carbon fiber to the different areas, which I think is pretty cool. That's all fine. Okay.
Okay.
One of the things I think is I actually do give a thumbs up on it. This is the thing that a lot of people, they don't know how they feel. I think this is cool. Is one of the things is doing a 4-tipped muffler out the center of the car in the back.
Interesting.
Which I think is kind of
like
cool.
Supercar-esque.
Yeah, so it's
interesting.
I think why I like it is because you actually see on the really old BMWs and older Mercedes and older Audis, their small form factor cars actually had a center exit exhaust. And so I feel like from that side of things, I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like it's kind of in a way like, calling back to that, which I think is nice.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we get to the part where I'm like,
I can't wait.
So I'm going to click to this photo. I want you guys just to look it over and then tell me if you see anything where you're like, this doesn't look right. Okay. So
looks like a BRZ.
What?
No, call out. Do you see anything with any of the
what
accessories?
Are the little?
Does anything look weird?
What's
I can just get into it.
What's up with the LFA vents in the back?
Yeah, the LFA
vents. Am I seeing that correctly?
And then what's with the super spoiler on the back? Doesn't look BMW at all.
And the roof spoiler.
Yeah, okay.
It looks like a
and the little like fighter jet wing on the side.
Let me start breaking this down, okay? Yep.
Yeah.
So this is what it is, dude. This is their performance parts. So not only do you get this weird little thing that, by the way, here's a close up of it, okay?
Rice it from the factory.
That's literally, yeah. So these are like stick-on carbon fiber flares.
Carbon fiber.
Now, if you notice, they're not only on the back, they're also behind the front wheel. So you've got them splitting on the front, on the back. You have them you've got this little wing thing on the back here. You have a spoiler here, a spoiler here, and then a built-in duckbill.
Oh.
And then you also have this insert add-on with like a vertical reflector on the side.
Can we also agree that the livery sucks?
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's like they took a bunch of things that should be cool on their own, and then they put it all together, and it got weird. It's like they were given the same prompt that the Hyundai N Group was to like, hey, make a car that's already modified from the factory. And then they released this, and then they looked over and the N is like popping and stuff. They're like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious. That's a perfect example. So yeah, it was just a weird, like, they just released this on their page, and the comments, like literally the comments were like, one person said like, I can't double tap that. You can't like it.
That's funny.
Like people
cooperation with AliExpress.
Yep. I was just about to say that one.
Best. That you win.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
That's the best. Whoever that is, give us his username. He wins. Shout out for the episode.
El Clico.
He's pretty famous for saying funny things, apparently. Yeah.
But yeah, so this is where I'm torn too, because I like the center exit exhaust, but with everything else, I'm like, well, now I don't, because like
it looks too much like an LFA. Like there's too many other car influences going into this thing that don't look right.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know.
This wasn't really sad. Are you sure this wasn't posted on April 1st or anything?
No, this was literally posted 2 days ago. Yep.
Why?
Bad
it's
Beamer.
Just weird. They just did too much. Bad Beamer. They just did too many things. Like they just did. It's like they wanted Aero, but I don't know why they just did a bunch of this carbon fiber stick-on stuff. And they totally, like, for all the, when they did the XM and they did the little logos in the top window to try to pay tribute to something, it's like they lost all sense of tribute and heritage and everything with this thing and just built a car that took it's like they asked AI to add stuff to a car, honestly.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, this was going to be, I was going to jokingly, I forgot to say it in the beginning, but I wanted to say this is basically like good Bimmer, bad Bimmer, but in the single segment. But I don't know if there's much good Bimmer besides the fact that it's just a crazy powerful sports car. Can we appreciate
the previous generation M2 competition?
Yeah, that one did look, I'm actually literally just going to pull up a photo of that.
Yeah, so just Google BMW M2 CS.
Yeah, because this thing
2020.
is
oh, dude,
gorgeous.
The blue? Go to the blue one in the top left. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Mint.
Even this, like this one.
Great. Anything on your screen right now,
just a
totally
gorgeous
good.
car. This is...
Look at the one with the livery down at the bottom left. That would have been the equivalent.
Yeah,
that would have been like the equivalent launch car. Look at that thing.
So BMW. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Can you
BMW
imagine
just stole one of my lines. He just said, "This time, it ain't just about being fast." People want stickers, Dom.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I had to mix some of those.
Can you imagine how cool it would be if BMW came out with like, dude, this is our performance parts, and they did something like this? Like the full livery, like their race car actually has. They did like if they made it like that, I feel like so many people would go more crazy over that, over this.
I'll be honest, like I love the front end of this
options.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the front does look pretty good. Although I did see a dude fuse. I saw a guy fuse the front end with the lower half of the M2 CS, and it actually looked phenomenal. Like did this kind of part of the bumper with the new headlights in the grille, and it actually looked great. But
see, that's funny. I'd go the other way because I like the bottom half of this bumper more with the big air ducts, like the carbon fiber big brake cooler air ducts on both sides. I think look really cool. They
I see what you're saying.
It looks like a modernized Z4, like Dad's Z4 as like a BMW profile, but they did it poorly because they did the weird thing with the LEDs where they lost the BMW character, because the older M2 that you just had up totally looks like a BMW by the headlights and grille
with
profile.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll always see that. If you see this car driving in the distance, you see these angry angel eyes. You're like, oh, like that's a BMW driving towards me.
Yeah,
you'll always think
BMW.
It's just like
the double octagonal halos with the eyelid. That's like modern BMW eyes.
Even just the dual circle lights they've been doing since like my E30 had 2 circle lights. They've been doing the double circle lights literally since they started. So now the fact that the car that they decide to leave the double circle light or just the 2 individual lights on the sides to go to the single one, the lights look cool, but they don't look BMW.
Correct.
Yeah, saying it.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a good looking car. It's just, I think this would be like this. This I could believe as being like a new Hyundai or a new Kia. Like if you showed me this and said it was one of those two, I'd be like, yeah, sure. But
it looks just like another BMW Toyota partnership, but it didn't end in a Supra.
Yeah, they took it a different way.
Unless there's like a Corolla Coupe coming out, like a new AE86, and BMW gets to release it first as the M2, and then the AE86 is going to come out without a boxer. It's going to come out with a straight 4 or something like that. I'm guessing this still is a straight 6 turbo though, so that would be a little bit silly on.
Yes, I believe this is still the twin turbo inline 6. It should be. So
Sad.
But
interesting.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've got for this thing. So it's cool. One thing I will say that I think I'll give it to is with the M drivers package, it is 460 horsepower, which is pretty sweet for how small this thing is. Yeah,
cool.
So I'll give it that. That's pretty nice,
but it looks weird.
Yeah, exactly. They just missed it a little bit with the cosmetics. Performance wise, they nailed it. Cosmetics, this ain't it, Chief.
Yeah, bummer.
Yeah,
bummer, dude.
So, but yeah, I figured what better time to talk about this, pretty scary looking car than Halloween. So.